Good morning, Prep1 students. Prepare your new Hello books. Let's go through the exercises of the workbook, page 70. Workbook, Unit 7. Number 1, vocabulary exercise. Where did these people go? Complete the sentences with words from the box. Aquarium, bowling alley, football stadium, fun fair, and planetarium. Let's fill in. Number 1, let's go on the big wheel at the fun fair this weekend. Number 2, I loved the fish, but I didn't see any whales at the aquarium. At the aquarium. Number 3, it was great at the dot. My team won 2-0. Yes, football stadium. Number 4, we learned a lot about the Earth and the Moon at the planetarium. Number 5, the balls are very heavy at the bowling alley. You are definitely right. These are names of places. Let's move on to the second exercise, which is the language exercise. Number 2, correct the underlined words in these sentences. It's Wednesday today, so it was Tuesday this morning. The correction would be yesterday instead of this morning. This exercise focuses on past simple tense. Number 2, Hassan moved to Cairo a week ago. That was, what should we put instead of next week? Of course, that was last week. Number 3, it's January now. It was February last month. What should we put instead of February? Of course, December. Number 4, I was at school at 8 a.m. today. What time did you arrive last morning? Last morning should be replaced with this morning. Number 5, it's 10 past 10. The 10 o'clock bus left 10 minutes past. 10 minutes ago. Exercise 3. Answer the questions. It's now Monday morning. When was Sunday? It was yesterday. Number 2, what year was it 4 years ago? Yes, let's calculate. It was 2017. Number 3, Ahmed is 12. Which year was he born in? The answer would be, he was born in, yes, you are definitely right, 2009. Number 4, when was your last English lesson? It depends on your table. And we could say it was last Wednesday. Writing exercise, and it depends on your own point of view and your personal experience. So you are asked to do it in your notebook and ask your teacher for help in class. Look again at the places in exercise 1. Which places do you like or dislike going to? When did you last go to them? Write sentences in your notebook. And bear in mind, if you are going to talk about the time when you went to that place, use the past simple tense. Let's move on to the following page. Page 71. The language exercise, exercise 1. Complete Nahla's diary with the correct past tense form of the verbs in brackets. What is a diary? Yes, it's a small notebook in which people write everyday events that happen to them. They write them day by day. I had a fantastic weekend. It be my friend Dalia's birthday. What is the past form of the verb be? It was. And her family, yes, of course, took us. Past form of take is took. To some exciting places. In the morning, we went to the fun fair. I didn't go on the big wheel, but yes, you're right, I enjoyed my time there. In the afternoon, we visited a museum. We see some very old statues. And what is the past form of the irregular verb see? It's so. I remembered all the things that our teacher, what is the past of teach? Yes, taught. There is nothing in the English language which is called teached. Take care, because it's a common mistake. So, I remembered all the things that our teacher taught us in history. In the evening, I ate at Dalia's house, and I came home very late. Exercise number 2. Hani did all the things on his plan for last Saturday. Last Saturday. Last is one of the key words used with the past simple tense. This means that all the verbs will be in the past form. Write the sentences in the past tense. Number 1 is done for you. Hani's plan for Saturday. Number 1, take bus to city. He took the bus to the city. Number 2, visit sports center. What would the sentence be? Of course, he visited the sports center. Number 3, play tennis with Hatem. The sentence would be, he played tennis with حاتم. Number 4, have lunch in cafe. The sentence would be, he had lunch in a cafe. Number 5, go shopping with granddad. He went shopping with his granddad. Number 6, buy some new shoes. What is the past of buy? Yes, he bought some new shoes. Number 7, watch TV with family. He watched TV with his family. Number 8, go to bed early, and it would be, he went to bed early. Let's move on to the last exercise on the page, the writing exercise. Read about Ismail's family. Where should they go? And what activities should they do for Ismail's birthday? Make a decision and give your reasons. Let's read few sentences about his family. Dad likes sports. He's very good at swimming. Mom loves cooking. Her salads are delicious. Ismail likes being outside, and he doesn't like the city. Ismail's sister is 5. She likes making things. Think about it. What should they do in order to make Ismail happy on his birthday? Yes. Let's say they should take him to the seaside. His mom should prepare some delicious dishes for him. His dad should take him for a swim in the sea. And his sister should make him a wonderful present. Let's move on to the following page. Workbook, page 72. Exercise number 1, vocabulary exercise. Write the type of music for each photo. Put a tick or tick the music you like and compare your answers with your partner. Classical, jazz, opera, pop, and traditional music. Do you remember the differences between them? You have already, or the differences among them. You have already studied them in class. Classical music, famous music, soft music that were composed by famous people or famous composers, just as Mozart or Beethoven. Jazz, a kind of music that was first created by the African Americans. It's a kind of music with strong and fast rhythm. Opera, concerning singing in turns. Pop, music with strong and fast rhythm that depends on electronic equipment. And traditional music, similar to our old songs and music that we enjoy. The old songs and music that we enjoy. Let's match them. Number 1 is the classical, and number 2, of course, is the traditional. Number 3, jazz. Number 4, opera. And number 5, pop. Check your own opinion with your friends. Which one of them do you like, and does your friend do the same or not? And what does he like? Number 2, match to make questions. What time do you go to school? Did you go shopping at the weekend? Have you got, yes, of course, you're right. Have you got a blue pen? Are you, yes, B, are you taller than your brothers and sisters? When did, of course, this lesson start? Can your best friend speak French? You are clever boys. Let's move on to the following exercise, which depends on the previous one. Now, answer the questions in exercise 2. I go to school at, let's say, 7:30. The other questions need information about you. So, this exercise should be done by you as a kind of practice at home, and you may discuss what troubles you with your teacher in class. Let's move on to exercise 4. Read the answers, write the questions. When did you go to the museum? I went to the museum 2 weeks ago. Number 2, the answer is no, I don't like jazz, but I like pop. As long as I have no at the beginning of the answer, I should begin the question with the helping verb. So the question would be, do you like jazz? Number 3, yes, I have got 2 sisters. As long as you have yes at the beginning of the answer, you should begin with the helping verb. If you don't have yes or no at the beginning of the question, start your question with one of the question words, which are why, when, who, how, and so on. What will the question be? Yes, I have got 2 sisters. The question would be have you got 2 sisters? Yes, I have got 2 sisters. Question number 4. I like fruit because it's good for you. Once you have because, you should start with the question word why. Why? Present simple. Do you like fruit. I like fruit because it's good for you. We said it's because fruit here is uncountable. Sometimes you can see fruit with S, fruits. In this case, we mean the different kinds of fruit. Okay? So the word fruit is uncountable, but if it happens by accident and you find the word fruits, the meaning would be the different kinds of fruit. Okay? Number 5. I come to school by bus. Question that all of you are used to answering it. I come to school by bus. How do you come to school? No, I can't play chess. Begin your question with the modal verb because you have no at the beginning of the answer. What is the modal verb here? It's can't. So, can you play chess? Let's move on to the following page. Page 73, vocabulary. Match the words from Robinson Crusoe. Do you remember Robinson Crusoe? Yes, sure. You must have read it with your teacher in class. Match the words from Robinson Crusoe with their meanings. Number 1, alone. It means, yes, D, not with other people. Number 2, coconuts. Yes, coconuts. A large brown nut. Sailor. Sure, someone who works on a boat or ship. Sink. Go down into water for things only. For things only. For people, we use the verb or the word drown. Okay? Terrible. It means very bad. Let's move on to exercise 2. Now complete the sentences with the words from exercise 1. Number 1, I like coconuts, but it's difficult to open them. Number 2, my grandfather was and visited countries all over the world. Yes, he was a sailor. Number 3, do you like working with other people or do you prefer to work? Yes, alone. Number 4, I didn't like the story. I thought the writing was, yes, terrible. Five, do you think this glass bottle will dot in the water? Of course, will sink. Exercise 3, and this exercise is mainly based on Robinson Crusoe's story, which is found in your book. Put the events from another day in Crusoe's diary in the correct order. D is the first event. I got up early and walked along the beach again this morning. Which one would be number 2 sentence? Yes, A. Usually the sand on the beach has nothing on it, so it would be 2. Which one is 3? Sure, today was different. I saw some shapes in the sand. And the last event would be, I looked and saw that the shapes were from someone's feet. I'm not alone, and this would be number 4. The last exercise on this page, the writing exercise. Who do you think is on the island? Write 5 questions Crusoe can ask the person when they meet. What do you think? What's your name? What else? Let's think together. Yes. What's your nationality? Or what else? Where do you come from? What would the following question be? Why are you here? One more question. How did you get to the island? What else would he need to ask? Do you know the way we can leave safely? Sure, your expectations are right. Let's move on to the following page. I hope you don't feel bored. Let's move on to the following page, which is page 74. The reading exercise. Have a look at the language corner. This is exercise 1. We will answer exercise 1, then move on to exercise 2. Okay, are these sentences true or false? Number 1, Robinson Crusoe was a sailor on a ship. This is true. Number 2, the ship visited an island. Of course, it's false because the ship sank. Number 3, Crusoe ate a dead fish and it was very nice. Of course, false. Was it very nice? He didn't like it. Although he was hungry, he said that he would never do such thing again. Number 4, it was always very hot on the island. False. It was cold and windy. Number 5, there was a jungle and a cave on the island. Yes, this is true because he went through the jungle and at the end he found a cave. Exercise 2, put the words in the correct order from bad to good. Fantastic. Okay, terrible, very good. It was terrible. Awful, very bad. It was okay. What is stronger? It was very good. And the best would be fantastic. Let's move on to exercise 3, the listening exercise. Listen to me carefully. Judy, I went to my cousin's house last weekend. It was fantastic because we played all my favorite games. Khalid, I read a book by my favorite writer last week. It was okay, although it was not her best book. Marwa, my father drove us to the park on Saturday. It took an hour to go 2 kilometers. It was terrible because there were so many cars. Hani, we read an English book at school today. It was very good, although I didn't understand every word. Okay, so number 1, what would the answer be? I read a book by my favorite writer last week. Yes, it was okay. Number 3, Marwa. My father drove us to the park on Saturday. It took an hour to go 2 kilometers. Yes, it was terrible. Because there were so many cars. Number 4 and the last one. Hani, we read an English book at school today. It was very good. Although I didn't understand every word. Remember, my kids, that we use because to talk about a reason that caused a certain result, and we use although to join two opposite ideas in one sentence. Although for opposite ideas, and because for a reason and a result. Exercise 4. Write what you would say in the following situations. Give a reason using although or because. It was your birthday last week and all your friends visited you. How would you feel? It was fantastic because we had fun. Number 2, you went to the beach last week, but it was very windy and you couldn't stay on the beach. It was terrible. Because I caught cold. Number 3, you watched the film last night. It was interesting, but you didn't understand all of it. Two opposite ideas. So, it was very good, although I didn't understand all of it. Number 4, you went on holiday last summer, but the hotel was very old. It was very good. Opposite ideas. I'm sure you enjoyed your holiday. Although the hotel was very old. Page 75. Read Amir's diary and complete the capital letters, full stops or exclamation marks. Remember punctuation rules. Punctuation rules are very important. Read the diary again and match the writing tips to the text. Saturday the 30th of July. And we have used the past tense most of the time. If you talk about the past experience, use the first person I or we when you write your diary. Write things in the order that they happened. You have to put the events in the right order. Talk about your feelings, hopes, thoughts, and opinions. You're expressing a day in your life, so you have to talk about your own experience. Let's read and check the punctuation mistakes. Today, capital T, was a fantastic day, a full stop. First, I got up at 5 a.m. and had breakfast. Full stop. Then, I got in the car with my family and we drove to Siwa. Although, capital A, after a full stop and at the beginning of a sentence, it was a very long journey. I enjoyed reading my favorite book in the car. We arrived very late, but it's a beautiful place. We planned to look around, but we stayed in the hotel because we were all very tired. I think tomorrow will be very interesting. Miss, you have to refer back to the first sentence. What is it? Aren't we expressing a feeling here? Yes, so we should put an exclamation mark. Expressing your feelings, you should put an exclamation mark. Writing exercise, write a diary entry giving your opinion about a fantastic day. This depends on your own personal experiences. You better write it and ask for your teacher's help in class checking your mistakes. The last lesson and the last page, page 76, the review page that summarizes the unit. Write the words loan, coconut, rock, sailor, sink, and traditional. Number 1. Crusoe ate this on the island. It was very nice. It was coconut. Number 2. When you put a stone in water, it will? Yes, sure. You are so clever. It will sink. Number 3. People first played this type of music a long time ago. Traditional. Number 4. This type of music is sometimes very loud. Rock music, you're right. Number 5. Not with other people. Alone. Number 6. This person travels on ships or boats for a job. He is a sailor. Let's move on to the following exercise. Complete the sentence with these time expressions. Ago, night, this morning, weekend, year. Number 1 is done for you. Let's read the first sentence. It's now 1 p.m. on Tuesday, the 20th of June, 2020. Number 1, 10 a.m. on Tuesday was this morning. Number 2, 11 p.m. on Monday was last night. Number 3, Wednesday, the 14th of June was last week. 4, Tuesday, the 20th of April was 2 months ago. And number 5, December 2019 was last year. Let's move on to exercise 3. Choose the correct words. Number 1 is done for you. How was your last birthday? Number 2, what did you or do last weekend? What did you do? Number 3, have you got a new school bag? Remember, got. Number 4, Crusoe can't sleep on a bed. Can't. He doesn't have a bed on the island. Number 5, she went to school although or because she felt ill. Are these two parts of the sentence expressing a reason and a result? Or two opposite ideas? Two opposite ideas. She went to school despite being or feeling ill. So we would choose although. Number 6, were you or can you see the island? Can you see the island? The last exercise, complete the questions with the correct form of the words in brackets. In such questions, you have to read the whole dialogue first before you start filling in. Sometimes the last part helps you find the answer to the first ones. But I will have to go through it because I don't have enough time. Mona, do you like classical music, Dina? Yes, I do. It's my favorite. Mona, when last go to a concert? I last went to a concert last year. It was fantastic. So the question would be, when did you last go to a concert? Mona, get a ticket for the concert on Saturday? Yes, I have. What will the question be? Have you got a ticket for the concert on Saturday? Yes, I have. Mona, can come with you? Dina said, yes, you can. So, what was Mona's question? Can I come with you? Dina, yes, you can. Happy about that? Verb to be. Mona's answer, yes, I am. It's fantastic. So, are you happy about that? Well, thank you very much, Prep 1 students. Hope you understand what we have gone through today and wish you best of luck. Goodbye.